Hello guys, welcome back. So today I will share with you how I made these chocolate chips cookies. So if you want to know how I made this, keep watching. So in a bowl I've added 100 grams of unsalted butter. I have one egg. I have vanilla essence for that good fragrance and taste. Then I have half a teaspoon of salt. I have 2 cups of butter, 100 grams of chocolate chips, and 1 teaspoon of baking powder. Don't worry, I will list down the ingredients in the description box, so make sure you check that out uh, if you are trying to make these cookies. So I'm going to start off by creaming the butter. So in this process requires that you cream the butter. You can use a hand mixer or a mixer, whichever one is available, but I don't have none, so I'm using my spatula to do that. Then you have to cream the butter with the sugar. You have to make sure that you have to mix it so that it becomes cream. So that is what I'm doing now. So I'm done creaming the butter. So I'm cracking in my egg. So depending on the how many cookies you are making, you can always adjust the ingredients. You can use more ingredients or less than what I'm using now. So I'm going to mix that up. Next, I'll be adding the dried ingredients. That is the 2 cups of flour into the butter mix. So I'm saving this because I don't want any lumps. Or make sure you always sieve your flour to remove any lumps or any unwanted particles. So I forgot to add the vanilla essence in the butter mix, but no issues. You can always add it when you are making yours. So now I'm going in with the baking powder and also the salt. I also sieved it to remove any particles. Then I will add the rest of the flour into it. Then I will mix. So now I'll be adding in the chocolate chips. You can use any brand of your choice. So I'll be mixing that up with the spatula. But it was becoming difficult to mix with the spatula, so I'm going to go in with my hands. So make sure your hands are clean. So I'm using a fork to scrape down the batter that's where on the spatula. Then I'll use my hand to mix. Just gently mix it. Make sure that the batter is coated with at least with a good amount of the chocolate, so that in every bite there is a chocolate in it. So once I was done with mixing, I'll be molding that. I'll be using my hands to mold the batter. So if you have a scooper, you can use an ice cream scooper for this, but I love to use my hand to do this. So once I was done molding these cookies with my hand, I'm going to be placing it in my fridge to sit for some minutes, let's say 30 minutes, so that it becomes firm. It doesn't break or scatter when you're baking it. Okay. So this was after 30 minutes. I brought it out from my fridge. You can see it's very firm now. So I'm going to be putting that in my oven. My oven has been heating for some time now, so I'm going to pop that in the oven and allow it to bake. So after 14 minutes, the cookies were ready. So I'm going to be taking them out from the oven. So I'm going to take this out from the oven and I'll allow it to cool. Then after that, I'll come back and check it out. So guys, after some times I came back to check on the cookies. You can see how crunchy it's looking outside and it's very soft inside. The chocolate melts so good in the mouth. One thing I love about this brand of chocolate I use is that it retains its shapes after baking. So it didn't melt. The shapes are very intact. The camera is not even doing justice to these cookies. So you can make these cookies for your family this festival period. You can make for your friends and give them this festival period. So I hope you enjoy watching this because I enjoyed baking this. In fact, my whole house is smells so good due to that vanilla essence I added to these cookies. So I hope you enjoy this and I hope you make this at home for your family. If you do, please tag me. I would love to see it. Thank you so much for watching and see you in my next one. So I'm going to be packing this up now. Going to be storing the cookies in this Ziploc bag. So make sure you store them in a airtight container or this type of bag so that it doesn't absorb moisture from the air and becomes soft and you wouldn't like that, okay? So thank you so much for your continuous support on this channel. I do appreciate you guys. I do appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. Please, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do well to subscribe, okay? Do well to subscribe and become part of this awesome family. Thank you so much for watching and see you in my next one. Ciao.